Okay, today we're going to change the brakes and the rotors on a 2007 Hyundai Veracruz. First thing we're going to do is just go ahead and open the hood and open the cap of the brake cylinder. Okay, make sure you put down a chop block or something to make sure the vehicle doesn't roll back. Okay, these little screws right here can be very tough to get off. That's what I use. It's a screw, it's a flathead, I mean a Phillips head. It's a torque bar with extension because this is a 1.5 and 1.5 to 3/8, 3/8 to 1/4, 1/4 to Phillips head. That should do the job. Man. Man. That's loose. Finish. Go ahead and turn your wheel. These are the bolts you're going to take off. It's 14mm here and a 14mm here. Alright, grab something to put your caliper on. Seen worse. Okay, next step is to get the caliper bracket off right there. Got two bolts holding that in. There is one. Yep. And right above it is two. Right there. There's your two bolts. And to get that off, you will need a 17mm. Okay, this top one right here, because you don't have the clearance, you're going to need a wrench. You're going to need a 11/16 wrench to get this one off. Okay, one quick side note. I was having a hard time getting to this top bolt right here because of this was in my way. So I went ahead and took it off. Took it off where I use a 19mm on one side and a 17mm to hold it on the back side right here. That's a 17 That one's a 19. And I just took my hammer. Once I took off a nut and just pounded it out. Don't need to take it out all the way. Just enough to give me some clearance. So now, before we put our new rotor on, just go ahead and take your brake cleaner and spray the rotor down and wipe it down with a paper towel.
You see where that look at me?
Okay, off the video, I went ahead and took a metal brush like this and went ahead and scrubbed my hub if you need to. Mine wasn't too bad. Once I scrubbed it, took some brake cleaner, sprayed it down. Now it's time to put the rotor back on. Okay, go ahead and grab your caliper bracket. Okay, now that we have our caliper bracket back in, let's go ahead and take and first put our bolt back in that we took out, and then we're going to put our brakes in and put our caliper back on. Before we put our brakes on, let's go ahead and put some of this copper anti-seize lubricant on top. Not the brake pad itself, but the back exterior part. This here as well. Probably should have did this before I put them on. Okay, got our brakes back on. All right, looks good to me. Let's go ahead and put our caliper back on. Clean off our pistons first. Get a little rag and some brake cleaner. Maybe not the brake cleaner, just try to clean off those pistons around those rings a little bit before we compress them back in. I'll show you how to compress them using the old brake pad. Once we put our caliper back on, we'll just go ahead and put our tire on, and then I'll show you the final step. Towel, spray your towel with some brake cleaner, just rub around that piston. To compress your pistons back in, use an old brake pad, place it inside of the caliper, use your caliper compressor, piston compressor, open it up or close it up so you can get it inside. Now open it up. Now we're just going to go ahead and close it. We're going to do one piston at a time. Something like that. Push it back in. Pull it up. The other side. Good. Yep. Put it down. Just put it back in now. Put it back on. See nothing. Put it right there. Side right here. Shoot it. Okay. Last thing you have to do, put these screws back in. Okay, we got everything back together. Let's just go ahead and turn the steering wheel back straight, put our tire on, and pump these brakes. Let's go ahead and tighten these lug nuts up. Make sure when you torque them down in a starlight pattern, crisscross pattern, should I say. Okay, now that we got our tire back on, let's just go back under our hood and put our cap back on our master brake cylinder, and we'll go back inside of our vehicle. Hit our brakes maybe 5 or 6 times, pressing all the way in, and it's getting tight already. Nice and tight. All right, last thing we got to do is take it for a test run. When we take it for a test run, we'll use the stop and go method. We'll do that like 5 times. Other than that, you're all set. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next video.